my son from Springdale, when I was in Chicago, hit Find My iPhone, and it spoke anyway in the concert. If we could turn these off or on silent, that'd be great. There's a lot of music tonight that we've got to enjoy. Sophomore parents, this is the marathon that we call the spring concert. And we'll give you a chance to get up and move around a little bit as time goes on. But the consensus among the parents is we'd rather have our awards and our concert all in one night rather than a banquet separate from a concert. So let's get it done. The first group up will be the jazz band, and we'll have a quick set change and get started in just a moment. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, that was quick, wasn't it? This is the jazz band, it meets during 7th period every day, and they're all in band as well, except for Willie, our guitar player, who we stole from another group, but we don't teach guitar in the 7th grade, so we let some kids come into jazz band and in the rhythm section. But all these guys are in 1st period band as well. We're gonna play 3 tunes for you tonight. Probably the best crowd reaction that we got as a jazz band to any piece we played ever was the national anthem at basketball games. We found a really good arrangement of it, and we kind of woke up the crowd at the basketball games with this. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I thought it would be appropriate if we'd start the concert with our national anthem, and we could stand for that, and this will start our concert. Well, this is great. I've started the concert and I've already forgotten something, but that's okay. I remembered that I forgot it. The video that we started at 6:10, that the kids always look forward to seeing, used to be put together by one of the band directors, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and we had a student step up this year and agree to do the video entirely, music, video, pictures, all of that. So I'd like to recognize Madison Knight. Madison, if you'd come up here and accept our thanks for the video. Come on. Mr. Morris, the assistant band director here, and I team teach the jazz band. And seventh period is this wonderful time of the day when lots of folks think that I need to be somewhere else in the district. And so lately, the last couple of weeks, we have one of our positions are open for next year in the district, and a lot of things have pulled me away. And so Mr. Morris has done more lately with the jazz band than I have in the last couple of weeks. So I thought it'd be appropriate to let him conduct the pieces that he's been working so hard on. So he's going to do this next piece called Blue. Welcome, Mr. Morris. It features several soloists, and I'll let him tell you who they are. Mr. Morris?
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Good evening. One of the main differences between jazz and a lot of other music is the element of improvisation. So that's one of the main things we try to get students comfortable with during jazz band is just opening up and improvising a little bit. And like you said, several students will get to do that. Blue is mainly a slow ballad that features our first chair trumpet, Bryant Bewley, but there is time in between where we can feature other soloists as well. Sydney Hope on tenor sax, also Patton Baugh on trombone, Colin Rucker on bass, and Peyton McCartney on trumpet. Is that it? I think that's it. All right, so Brian, if you go and take your place. This is Blue. Thank you.
Every year we give an award to a student that we name the outstanding jazz musician. That name also goes on a perpetual plaque that hangs in the band room in perpetuum. That's why it's a perpetual plaque. We've had more than one all-state jazz musician for the last several years, which is a great thing. But this year's Outstanding Jazz Musician Award goes to Mr. Bryant Bewley. Last but not least, this is Horsepower. Hold on to your seats as it moves. And we feature Alex O'Brien. Yes. And that's all? And the rest of them are just going to get together and help. Okay. Horsepower. This is our last tune for the jazz band. remember, Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa, you have to pace yourself. It's going to be a long night. We're going to have some a set change here. Concert band's going to get on stage. Feel free to get up, move around, greet each other, and stretch those legs. Okay, concert band, make your way to the stage, please. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the concert band under the direction of Michael Post and Omar Alonso. They share this group for the spring concert. First up will be Omar Alonso conducting Eagle Crest.
Good evening. My name is Omar Alonso, and I'm one of the band directors here, along with Mr. Michael Post, who you saw here. The concert band is the band that we've been directing this semester. We've been working with them a whole year. They've actually been under the direction of 3 band directors, myself, Mr. Michael Post, and Mr. Brian Watt. Before we present our last piece, we'd like to give our Conductors Award for this band. This student works very hard. Not that any of the other students don't, but they all do. This one student stood out in particular, very hardworking, always dedication, always comes up to me and says, is there anything I could do for you? Is there anything that you need me to do for you? He was here helping tear down, and he's always here working hard. And that is our percussionist, Caden. All right, here is Legend of Zorro.
We'll have another short set change as the Symphonic Band makes their way to the stage and the concert band clears it.
If you're just joining us, welcome to the Symphonic Band portion of the concert. The parents, if I've gotten a chance to talk to you, you know that I interned here in 2009 and how special it was for me to conduct a piece with Mr. Mitchell's band. Really did nothing but affirm my love for music and for teaching young people, and it was really impactful. We were lucky enough to have a student intern from the U of A this year. His name is Jeff Payne, a saxophone major at the U of A and also a music education major. He was here with us from January to March, worked a lot of events with us, hosting all region and going also to all state functions with us, and was nothing but a great help to us. And we asked him, even though he's at elementary school now, student teaching, we asked him to come back and conduct a piece with us with the Symphonic Band. I'd like to welcome Jeff Payne to the podium. Thank you, Mr. Payne. I know there's a lot of people I'm going to thank tonight. I want to start with the most important person in my life, my beautiful wife, Kelly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that you do and allowing me to do this and being away from home so much. You are a great trooper, and thank you for that. All right, next piece is by Percy Granger called Ye Banks and Braes, O Bonnie Doon. Please enjoy. Talked about the Conductor's Award for just a second. Really is a challenging mission to find one that rises above the rest. We look for someone that's invaluable to the group, whose whole body of work is just really exemplary from August to now. Thank you so much, the parents, for letting me work with your children. It really is a joy every day. It's easy to show up to work because I know that they're going to work hard for me and really work hard on making music at a high level. So there's one that I thought she had a really great attitude, was great under pressure. They were the section leader of their section, and I thought overall did a really great job of making that section better over the course of the year, and really especially in this ensemble. My conductor's award goes to Miss Maggie Bernard. Who's gonna
I have a secret to tell you. We're building a football stadium right out there, or over there. I'm so excited. I worked for 6 years in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and its football stadium was across town. And for the last 9 years, our football stadium has been across town, at least the one that we played games in. And that's a lot of loading a truck. Quite honestly, the 1 year I taught in Farmington as a choir and junior high band director, and the 1 year I taught at Springdale High School were the only 2 years that there was a home football stadium for our band kids that I taught. And now we're building one, which is, I'm thanking everyone in this room that had anything to do with that, including just saying, let's do it. However, I'm pretty sure, and we'll see next year, whoever the loading crew is next year, our loading crew is a group of volunteers that don't get paid and work long, long hours and ask for the opportunity to do that. And I'm quite certain that this might be the best loading crew that Har-Ber might ever see, because they'll have more practice than any other loading crew will ever have. They load the truck every single Friday night, plus contests on Saturday and Tuesdays. And I can say without a doubt, this is the finest group of students that, and they're the best at their jobs as any group that I've had. Now, I said the same thing last year, and what we like to do at Har-Ber is just keep getting better. And these kids did that. Next year's loading crew will not have as much practice, so maybe we'll have more volunteers. But if you were on this year's loading crew with the house lights coming up, I think our students definitely need to recognize them as well as the parents. Loading crew, if you would stand, please. And parents, if you think about all the equipment that fills up a semi-truck, and sometimes two, depending on if we're taking uniforms, being handled by 8 people, that's a huge job, and they know that they have our gratitude for that. I'm going to make sure I don't forget anything here. Mr. Morris and Symphonic Band will do their last piece, Urban Dances.
Sometimes the percussion section has to be quite patient, and during the contest season they had to do a lot of waiting because of my piece selection, so I promised them during the spring I'd pick a piece that features them a little bit, and they're doing a really great job. Symphonic Band, thank you so much. You've been great. It's been a great ride. Seniors, we'll miss you. one more brief set change, and then the wind ensemble will perform.
This is the Wind Ensemble, and I'm its conductor, and welcome you to this portion of the concert. Before we bring the house lights down, I would like first to say that we enjoy at Har-Ber and in Springdale a wonderful support from our administration. We have a student moving in from a very small town in Arkansas, and she found me online, and she came and visited our school. Her graduating class is 25 students if she stays where she's at, and she's moving to Har-Ber next year and will be in a class of many more than that. We have 10 times more people in our band than she has in her graduated class, and when they walked in this theater, I mean, this little girl's, she's just a band kid, and she was so nervous, and we walked into the theater, and her mother and dad and her jaw just hit the floor. And then I said, there's another facility this nice across town as well at our other high school. And that's just a portion of what I'd like to relate to you parents, that this program, the fine arts, instrumental music, choral music, drama, we just finished the production of Shrek on this stage this last weekend. Our administration gets it that this is good for kids, and what we teach in the fine arts and the teamwork and those kind of things that we develop, not me, but our culture is what teach these kids to be better citizens, and they're rubbing elbows with every student at school. So right now I'd like to recognize Dr. Brackett and any other of our administrative team that is here, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. Dr. Rollins really does. I don't know if you're here, Dr. Rollins. I hope you'd wave at me if you are. But he really does want the best for your students here at the school, and he does his best to provide for that, and I appreciate it. Along those lines, one of our band parents came to me some time ago and with a vision of creating a scholarship, and one that would recognize senior and give them some financial help, that would help them with college, but it would also be an award that would say that this student really gets it, what the Har-Ber Band is about. And through some process with the Springdale Education Foundation, and you'll hear more about this in years to come, we started a scholarship that's a $1,000 renewable scholarship up to 4 years for one of our seniors to receive every year. And as long as the scholarship is funded, you'll have opportunity to participate in that in the coming years. But we did get a good start on it, and we received upwards of 20 applications with a essay and everything, and we selected 4 finalists to interview, and we did that interview last night. The Pride in Excellence Scholarship goes to a senior who embodies what that means, and we use the term pride in excellence around here to say that we're not going to be pursuing anything less than our best effort all the time. And so we were really looking for it, and we found many students back both here and here on stage that applied for the scholarship that do exemplify that. But we're only giving one award, which is a $1,000 renewable scholarship. And after a very close interview process, I would like to introduce that person. And giving the award will be Keith Carvin, who is one of our former band parents, and was on the committee with me, and a board member who selected the student. And without further ado, do you have the plaque? Yes. Without further ado, I always like to look at it to make sure my brain doesn't go elsewhere, because I have said another name and it wasn't that kid, it was actually this other kid, and that was really embarrassing. This scholarship this year goes to Katie Cooper. Okay, the next piece, or the first piece on our program, is called A Prelude to the Shining Day by Japanese composer Yo Goto. And I met Yo Goto at the 2011 Midwest Clinic that this group in that year performed at. And I won't belabor that point, but he had composed this piece about 10 years ago, and it was originally composed for antiphonal brass, so 3 extra trumpet players and 3 extra trombone players to be in the back of the hall. And we've rearranged it to work just for the wind ensemble. But many of our seniors performed at Midwest, and it's something that our program is proud of, whether they win or not, and they wanted to put something from that program on their last concert. And so we closed the program in 2011 with this tune at Midwest, and we're going to open this program tonight. This is Prelude to the Shining Day by Yo Goto. been too long since we had marching band. They don't move as fast as they used to. If I don't stick to this script, we're all in trouble. Okay, I know what we're doing now. We give 2 awards to juniors and sophomores. They are the Most Improved Musician or Student Award and the Outstanding Student Award, those 2. And I always like to remind parents and students that the Most Improved Award is not the runner-up to the Outstanding Student Award. If teaching is what we're all about as educators and learning is what we're all about as students, then improving is the goal. And there are some students that when you reflect on the year, they seem to have started really strong and have been leaders and really stayed there the entire time, and that's really great. But I'm just as passionate, and even maybe more so, about the student that starts somewhere and then exemplifies our motto, pride and excellence, and works hard and ends in a place far removed from where they started, whether that be an attitude or playing ability, musicianship, or whatever we measure that by. Improvement is what we're all about and should be all about for our entire lives. So I want to start with the Most Improved Award. If you receive this award as a sophomore or one of these awards as a sophomore, you don't receive it as a junior. So there's 2 people that are just out of the running. So, but I like to tell the students in all of these awards, he who thinks that they deserve it, that's probably the reason they don't. Because we don't have enough awards to give out tonight for all the students that have really done a great job. So we can just recognize a few today. So without further ado, the Most Improved Sophomore Award is awarded to Bailey Darrow. Bailey? The Most Improved Junior Award goes to one of our trumpet players, Will Church. It is hard to make All-State. Let me just say that. Especially hard to make All-State when you're at home instead of at school for like 3 weeks before All-State tryouts. We have an award later that we give to students that can do it 3 times, including their sophomore year. But this young lady has done just about everything for us, including hold down a piano part in the pit in the musical that I've never had a senior be able to do. So I'd like to recognize the outstanding sophomore, Emily Potts. I thought our outstanding junior was a senior. I'm going to be honest about that. And I love it when it happens that direction. A lot of times a kid comes up to me and says, or I see their senior plaque, or they come up and say something about graduating, and I go, my heart sinks, and I go, no, you're not a senior. In this case, I thought this student was a senior all year, most of the year, and then just recently found out I get to have him next year too. So that happens in my brain. I think that the reason is he acts like a senior. And has taken that kind of leadership role and is somebody that everybody can count on. Our Outstanding Junior Award is presented to Alex O'Brien. We have a tradition here in the Wind Ensemble of, when possible, inviting a guest artist to play with the group. And last year, Miss Carvin played with us on the Chaminade Flute Concerto, and Mr. Mitchell played with us on 2 separate occasions. Mr. Shelby has played with the ensemble, so we've done quite a bit of that. It's always fun because it's not about the soloist, it's about giving the students an opportunity to see and learn what the next level looks and sounds like, what a musician at the next level plays like and what their discipline level is like. And so this year, Mr. Michael Post, who's the assistant band director at Central, you have met him tonight, he finished his master's degree in tuba performance 2 years ago. So we figured we'd put him on the program before his skills erode too much, you know, and we better get him while the getting's good. So I'm just kidding. He's a great player and a young teacher in our district that's very eager. And so we'd like to welcome him to play the Gregson Tuba Concerto. This is Mr. Michael Post and the Wind Ensemble. It's now time to give the award that I referred to earlier. These names will also go on a perpetual plaque that hangs in the band room. It's called our Legacy Award, and we started it the third year we were open, because it's the first year we had people that had been in Allstate for 3 years running. I would like to congratulate them. This is the one that they already know who they are, because they've made Allstate 3 years. So without further ado, we'll announce those students. I'll take both of them. Receiving the Legacy Award this year are Jacob Copps and Allie Schuster. Two conductors have already described what the Conductor's Award is, and we selected this student for the Wind Ensemble months ago, and some things happened just yesterday. We try to spread it around as much as we can as far as recognitions and so forth, but 2 months ago I had to decide who the Conductor's Award recipient for this ensemble was, and not surprisingly, like many of our students, she's a student that tries so very hard to do her best for the ensemble every day. And that included in marching band, jumping on a ladder when needed from her position as section leader, just about whatever we needed, she was willing to do. In fact, I don't know of a time that she's turned me down. So receiving the Conductor's Award for the Wind Ensemble this year is Miss Katie Cooper. Also hanging in the band room, you can find the Director's Award for Meritorious Service. this award, and by the way, the students vote on these as well, and we kind of like to know what the students' opinion is. I like to tell the kids that they don't know what happens in my office or in Mr. Morris's office behind closed doors as far as a conversation with a student, but we also don't know how they're treated in the hallways between English and chemistry. And so we like to talk to the students about, we like to hear from the students who they think should be considered for these awards as well. And it's interesting that about 99.9% of the time, the directors and students agree. So it's a valuable resource for us in making these determinations. The Director's Award for Meritorious Service is not a music-related award. It's a completely non-music-related award. This person could be an all-state musician, or they could not be. But it goes to the person that gives of themselves for whatever needs to be done. And that means, copying something, loading a truck, unloading a truck, whether you're on loading crew or not. Just what can I do right now to help this large group of 250 students succeed right now? And a lot of our effort, and I put me in this category, students, a lot of us do this a lot of time. We're not having a great day. We don't want to do anything today. And I fit right in with that. But this student is, how can I say this without putting anybody else down? She's the best at what she does of any student that I've ever run onto. And she's a very good trumpet player, but at the same time, she will drop whatever she's doing to help anybody, and whether it weighs 100 pounds or 1 pound. I may not have a loading crew captain like her ever again, but we hope so, don't we, juniors and sophomores? Do we hope so? Say yes, good, okay. All the students know who I'm talking about. Go ahead and start heading up here. The Director's Award for Meritorious Service goes to Miss Olivia Hodge. Olivia will not mind me saying this, because that's just the way she is. I got 5 students in my office before, when we were making these determinations. I put 5 kids in there and said, I've never had 5 students that are eligible to win this award before. And Olivia's the one that quoted the Cars cartoon. She said, it's just an empty cup, So we've had some very selfless seniors this year, and I congratulate all of them. Okay. The Arion Foundation Award, the Arion Foundation was established to recognize outstanding musicianship. And so just like the one I talked about before, this student could be on loading crew, and as a matter of fact is, but we're not considering that. We're just considering their prowess on the instrument and how hard they've worked and their level of musicianship that they've been able to attain. And so I'm proud to give this year's, and this name goes on another perpetual plaque in the band room. It'll be up tomorrow. This year's Arion Award for Exceptional Musicianship goes to Jacob Copps. If y'all think this is taking a long time, we have 57 senior plaques to hand out. That's going to be awesome. One final special senior award. I like to just read it off the plaque because John Philip Sousa said it better than I can. The John Philip Sousa Band Award goes to the student the student that we feel like exemplifies the whole ball of wax, as it were. Service, leadership, musicianship, and in a class of 57 seniors as outstanding as these, there are more than one that have done well in many, many areas. However, there could be only one John Philip Sousa Award given at each school, just like our other awards. And so I'd like to just read what this is about right off the plaque. The John Philip Sousa Band Award in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is hereby presented to Anna Hudgens. Okay, how about some music? The next piece is called Blue Shades, and Frank Ticelli wrote it with the blues in mind. And so he used the wind ensemble to create just a tapestry of blues licks and both the slow and the fast. This is a very fun, very difficult piece of music that we've gotten together in a short period of time. I'm really proud of the students and the work that they put in on it. It especially features our first-year clarinet player, Allie Schuster. She's got about a 15-minute long clarinet solo. I'm just kidding, don't leave. But I guarantee you it took more than 15 minutes to learn it. We have a ball with this piece of music, and we hope you do too. If you feel shouted at, we did our job. This is Blue Shades. I'd like for Rob and Kara Potts to stand and head our direction. Rob and Kara have been our band booster presidents this year, and at this time, we always like to recognize. They left. Emily, they left the concert before you. I'm just kidding. Rob and Kara have served as our band booster presidents this year. Parents, if you have a Monday night, first Monday of the month, that you would like to spend with the nicest people in Springdale, you need to come to one of our band booster meetings. They're never longer than an hour, and they're many times 20 to 30 minutes long, thanks to Rob and Kara, because they get it done. But we want to honor them tonight with a plaque. If I could see the plaque real quick. The plaque just reads, "With deepest appreciation for outstanding leadership and service in the office of Band Booster President, presented to Rob and Kara Potts. Thank you for guiding our organization this year. Your efforts and support affords the band the opportunity to represent our community and state." We thank you. Students, join me in thanking them. We have a couple of awards. Shanna Cooper and Johnny and Tamara Knipe, if you would head this way. There are some parents that either are so dedicated to the booster organization and to these students, all 250 of them, that they just keep giving and giving, or they have so many children that come through the band program that they stay for just a long time because of that. I'm just kidding. Johnny and Tamara, how many years we have for them? Johnny and Tambra, for 6 years, have been a part of our booster organization. They do have a senior that's graduating tonight that you've already met, and Shanna Cooper has been with us as an officer for 3 years, and their plaques read, and the 2014 Har-Ber High School Band presents this certificate of appreciation to Shanna Cooper, Johnny, and Tambra Knipe in recognition of their years of outstanding service to the Springdale Har-Ber High School Band and its students. Thank you all for your help. Now there's these words here that say senior plaques.
We have something else first.
Never mind.
Hey y'all, thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. As the student body, we'd like to first show appreciation for our band directors and Miss Piker for all that they do. I know as a senior, I've been here 3 years, and also as a drum major, we've been on, I don't know, intimate terms, I guess you could say. Well, that's kind of weird, sorry. Well, we've gotten to know each other very well, and I can tell you right now that every single one of these people that you see in front of you have put in so much time and effort, and they're more than just band directors now, especially to us seniors. We have just been through so much together, and honestly, the work they put into this band program is makes it what it is today. And I know we're going to go through life just thanking them for all that they do and thanking God that we went through this band program, because it's made us into better people, because we find pride and excellence now. And it's the hard that makes it good. So we just want to thank Mr. Ford and Mr. Morris and Mr. Alonzo and Mr. Post and Miss Piker for all that they do.
I'm famous for losing those. And like 2 hours from now, I go, wait, where's my present? So mine is in this crevice back here. 57 seniors is a full 10 more than we've ever had. And we have another 100 sophomores coming in. The last two classes that have come into Har-Ber in the band have been the largest ever. We've never had 80 before that. So we continue to grow. And I hope what I ask the ninth graders to do every year at Southwest and Central is give us a semester. And, you know, there are people that decide to get out of band at semester. You know, I think this last year there was one. And maybe that was a good choice. But what we find is a lot of students, once they get in and really dig in and be part of our band program, they want to do it again. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of sweat, and it's very demanding. But I want to tell you, before we even get these seniors up here, these are finishers. We have a lot of sayings in the Har-Ber Band, and one was, we don't peak. We don't peak. What do? We finish. And we don't get, you know, we never get worse. We try to. And so these are our finishers. And I want to honor them tonight, both as outstanding members of our school and put in who knows how many hours, but also as a great example to those below them to stick with it. So in no particular order, seniors, if you guys would just start to, now there are too many of you now. If we made a line, we would cover everyone. Try to move quickly when I call your name, and then we'll just start right here at the podium and go that direction in a straight line, and then we'll go right down the thing, and we may even go up the side of the thing by the time we're done. I don't know. I've never had 57 before. So let's start with the first one. And the winner is Tanner Mackey, senior Tanner Mackey. Libby Ducote. Hey, man. Caitlin Suddeth. Josiana Chongum. Katie Cooper. Caitlin Collier. Anna Gabriela Martinez. I got an idea. Seniors, y'all are okay that are on stage. If you're out here and you're a senior, could you line up behind where that camera is and go right up the stairs, and that way you'll be closer. Ready, go. Y'all know what to do. Don't talk. Just, let's see. I could call them up and march them up there. We won't do that. Yeah, the sophomores and juniors would love to see that. Okay, here we go. Jackie Halderman. Anna Hudgens. Patton Baugh. A line. That's a mushroom or a tomato. Make a line. Reagan Hope. Hayden Smith. Jacob Copps. Hunter Stevens. You know, we had a discussion today as to who was going to do which job, and the old fat guy gets to do the talking, and he gets to do the running. I haven't said this one yet. Watch what you're doing. Jordan Allison Schuster. Cheyenne Mendenhall. Jake Washkowiak. Sydney Hope. Sorry. Sydney Hope. Maggie Bernard. Margot Olivia Osterloh. Anna Reinebo. Hannah Catherine Sharam. I don't want to mess it up, Zoe. Zoe Keller. I'm not exactly sure. You're going to have to teach me how to say this. Don't try it. Julie Emery. Jamichael Harvey. Nicholas Vondren. Ruby Celeste Espinosa. Brandon Cave. Madison Brooke Knipe. Sarah A. Creasy. Caden Bauman. Raina Banda. Dylan Willis. Alexis in White. Monica Elizabeth Zamacona. Molly Spaeth. Brittany Ross. Tanya Villalobos. Daniel James Haggerty. Kylie Joy Caballero. Alex Moore. Caleb Gilbert. Lauren Brooks. Tabitha Lewis. Caleb Andrew Yule. Michaela Chamley. Sawyer McDaniel. Courtney Mansell. Mackenzie Martinez. Edgar F. Hernandez. Mason Dunn. Olivia Hodge. Now, these three are wondering who's going to get called last. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. You win $20 from Drew if it's you. Andrew Swally. Caitlin Chater. You're not actually last, Jesse. Jesse Height, senior Jesse Height. We're missing one student who lost her father a couple weeks ago, Sunitha Langenbellick, and I know that all of these people know her and all of those people know her, and so she's not with us tonight, but I don't want to go without saying Sunitha has been an important part of our team too for all these years. Yep, that's the largest group. Now, students, I can't see quite all of them, and I have a thing about that. We've spent a lot of time together, you and me and Mr. Morris and Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Alonso, Mr. Post, just Mr. Watt. I have seen the work that you've put in to what we do, and I've seen how you care about each other. Both the kids that were older than you, your class, and the ones that are younger than you. You have made us better. There's no doubt about that. But you're entering into a phase of your life now. Some of you will continue on in music, and some of you have reached the apex. You've been to the pinnacle of where you're going musically, but you're just getting started on a life that's going to be committed to bettering yourself and others. And please remember to do the things that made you successful here. Keep doing them, because you're fine young people, and I want to see you do great things. Employers in the audience, hire these people. They show up on time. They show up to work on time. They have the stuff they need, and they do a great job when they're there. And what more can you ask for? So one last time, I know this will be hard for you juniors and sophomores, but this one's not for you. It's for the seniors. One last call up. These are your seniors, 2014. Give them one last hand. They'll stay in here all day unless they hear one more thing. Okay, you can be seated. While they're being seated, I don't often do this, but me and Mr. Morris and the other directors are at work a lot. We spend a lot of time here. I hear parents complain that their students spend a lot of time in band. That's true, and we're here too. There are a couple ladies in the house that I would like to recognize because there are wives. And the two young guys aren't married yet, so they've got all the time in the world. Who cares about them? Miss Ford and Miss Morris, if you would stand. Kelly Morris and Amanda Ford. They do without so that our students can do with, and I know that they have allowed us to put the time in to make the necessary investment in a quality music program. So thank you. I was going to say I love you, but it would sound like I was telling Kelly that I loved her. So I love you, Kelly. I love you too, Amanda. This last tune for us is short, but please don't miss a moment of it. We were going to play the Prelude to the Shining Day as our last piece. The students picked this program basically for the wind ensemble. I let the seniors pick it, and we played this through yesterday or day before it. It was yesterday, and the seniors changed their mind and wanted to put this last on the concert. I happened to agree with them. So when we're done with this piece of music, this concert is over. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being patient with this long concert. But I think you agree with me. All these kids are well worth it. So without any more, we'll play Elsa's Procession to the Cathedral by Richard Wagner, not Wagner, students. He's German. And you all have a good night after we're finished. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming to our concert tonight. Thank you for your impact in the lives of these young people. Have a good night.